Hello everyone and welcome to our today's tutorial. Today we are actually going to be dealing with linear equations by elimination method. We are actually going to be solving three different sets of equations by applying the different set of rules so as to enable you to use similar applications on similar cases. So let's get started. Looking at this equation, we are going to realize that the variable y on this equation has the same coefficient as 4 and opposite signs. In cases like this, we can easily solve this equation by method of elimination by simply adding this equation together. By summing up this equation together, the variable y is going to cancel itself out, giving us the ability to get the value of x. And having the value of x, we can easily solve for the value of y by substituting that value of x into any of the equations above. So adding this equation is going to lead us to x plus 6x, we have 7x, minus 4y plus 4y is going to cancel out, and 15 plus 6 is equal to 21. We have to divide both sides by 7 to have the value of x. So x will be equal to 3. So we can easily have the value of y by simply substituting x as 3 in any of the above equation. Let's call this equation 1 and let's call this equation 2. So I will go ahead to use equation 1 and substitute x for 3 in this equation. This will implies 3 minus 4y will be equal to 15. Minus 4y will be equal to 15. Taking 3 to the right hand side of the equation is going to be minus 3. So minus 4y will be equal to 12. To get the value of y, we have to divide both sides of the equation by minus 4. Minus 4 is going to cancel minus 4, and 4 is going to take itself one time. It's going to go into 12 three times. So y is equal to minus 3. So the solution of this equation is at the point where x is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 3. So we are actually going to solve the second equation by using the next set of rules. Looking at this equation, we are going to realize that the coefficient of the variable y in these two equations are the same, but the signs are also the same. In cases like this, we cannot solve this equation by simply adding the two equations together. So what we are actually going to do is we are going to choose any of the equation and multiply that equation with minus, let's say minus 1, before we are going to be able to get the solution of that equation by summing up that equation. So let's call this equation 1 and let's call this equation 2. So I would choose equation 1 and multiply that equation with minus 1. So minus 1 into 4x plus 2y is equal to 12. Minus 1 times 4x is minus 4x. Minus 1 times plus 2y is equal to minus 2y equal to minus 1 times 12 is minus 12. So this is our new equation 1. So we are going to bring down this equation 2, which is 6x plus 2y be equal to 8. So this is our equation 2. Now we can easily solve this equation by simply adding the equations together. When we add this equation together at this point, we are going to notice that at this point the coefficient of the variable y are same but have equal signs. So we can solve this by simply adding the equation using the elimination method. So minus 4x plus 6x is 2x. Minus 2y plus 2y is going to cancel out. So minus 12 plus 8 is going to be equal to minus 4. We are going to divide both sides of the equation by 2 in order to get the value of x. So 2 is going to cancel out 2. 2 is going to be here 1, and it's going to cancel here 2 times. So x in this case is equal to minus 2. To solve for the value of y, we are going to substitute the value of x as minus 2 in any of the equation. I'm going to choose equation 1 to substitute the value of x as minus 2 in equation 1. So this will implies minus 2 minus 4 into minus 2 minus 2y is equal to minus 12. Minus 4 times minus 2 is going to be 8 minus 2y is equal to minus 12. So minus 2y will be equal to minus 12 minus 8. To have the value of y, we are going to divide both sides of the equation by negative 2. So the negative 2 is going to cancel out, and we're going to have y is equal to negative 20 over negative 2. So this negative is going to take out this negative, 2 is going to cancel itself, and 2 is going to go into 20 10 times. So y is equal to 10. So the solution of this equation is at a point where x is minus 2 and y is equal to 10. We are actually going to solve the third set of equation by using another set of rule. So let's get started. Looking at this equation, we are going to realize that neither of the coefficient of x or y is the same. So we cannot directly solve this kind of equation by simply adding directly. So in this case, what we are going to do is to either select y or x and multiply this equation by their coefficient on reverse direction. What I mean reverse direction actually means if I'm going to use y as my choice of variable, y at this point having a coefficient of 1 will be multiplied on the opposite side of the equation, and y having a variable having a coefficient of 3 will be multiplied on the other side. So 1 times 2x is going to give me 2x. 1 by 3y is going to give me plus 3y. Will be equal to 1 times 12 is going to give me 12. 3 times x is going to give me 3x. 3 times minus y is going to give me minus 3y, equal to 3 times 6 is 18. By doing this, we are going to now realize that the coefficient of the variable y are the same and opposite signs, which means we can now directly solve this equation by simply adding this equation together. So let's call this our equation 1 and let's call this our equation 2. By adding this equation together, we are going to have 2x plus 3x is 5x. 3y plus minus 3y is going to cancel out, and we are going to be left with 12 plus 18, which is equal to 30. We are now going to divide both sides of the equation by 5 in order to get the value of x. So 5 is going to cancel out. 5 cancel 1, cancel into 30, 6 times. So x is equal to 6. We are now going to use 6 for x and substitute that value in either equation 1 or 2 in order to get the value of y. I'm going to use equation 1. So this implies 2 into 6 plus 3y will be equal to 12. 2 into 6 is 12. plus 3y is equal to 12. I'm going to carry 12 to the right hand side of the equation, which will be 3y equal to 12. When the 12 go on the opposite side of the equation, the signs actually change. So minus 12. So 3y is equal to 12 minus 12, 0. I'm going to divide both sides of the equation by 3. So 3 is going to take off this 3, and we are going to be left with y equal to 0 divided by 3 is 0. So the solution of this equation is at a point where x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 0. Thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe for new post notifications and update. And for more details, do not forget to check the links in the description of this video.